7th graders, we are continuing to work on our multiplication division rules and working on links that involve those rules. So here we have a -2 times a -6. Two negatives make a positive, and 2 times 6 is 12. So we just get a positive 12 there. Here we have 0 times -4. 0 times anything is 0. We plug in 0. Our next link, we're dividing. 35 divided by 7 is 5. And again, two negatives make a positive. So that's going to be a positive 5. We have 63 divided by 9, which is 7. And we have a positive and a negative, which makes a -7. Good. On this link, we are solving for f. We want to get f by itself. So we have 2f equal to -12. When a number is next to a letter, that is multiplication. So to undo that, we do the opposite of that, which is division. So we're going to divide by 2. That leaves us with just f. What we do to one side, we need to do to the other side. So we divide by 2. 12 divided by 2 is 6. A negative and a positive makes a negative. So that would give us a -6. And again, we're solving for f. This time we have f divided by -3.2 equals 0.01. So to undo this, to get f by itself, we have to do the opposite of dividing, which is multiplying. So we're going to multiply by -3.2. That equals 1. Positive 1 leaves us just with f. What we do on one side, we do on the other side. So we multiply by -3.2. And that gives us -0.032 for our answer. And a negative and a positive makes a negative. Make sure we have the right numbers in there. Still, we are just using our rules for multiplication and division. All right, it says a zombie lost 3 limbs each day for 4 days. The following equation describes the situation. -3 standing for the limbs lost times 4 for the 4 days equals -12. So what does that tell us? It tells us we lost a total of 12 limbs, 3 each day for 4 days. The zombie has lost a total of 12 limbs over this time period. Good. Let's practice again. Okay, Grandma Millie is shrinking. Her height decreases by 1/4 of a centimeter each year. What is her total change in height over the 3 years? So since it's decreasing, that's going to be a negative number. Her height is going down. And we multiply by the number of years. So we'll multiply times 3/1. When you multiply, you do not need a common denominator. So that just gives us 1 times 3 is 3, 4 times 1 is 4. A negative and a positive makes a negative. So we get -3/4 is how much she shrinks over 3 years. Kind of a little weird to think about. Kind of a strange problem, but we did our math correct. All right, which of the following expressions are equivalent to this? There's no negatives, so it's positive. 2 negatives make a positive, so that one would be equivalent. Again, 2 negatives make a positive, so B would also be equivalent. Here we have 3 negatives, so it's going to be negative. This has 2 negatives, which is positive, so it's not A. B is just a positive 2, so it's not B. It would need to be negative, so it must be none of these. And our last link for Objective 5, Part 1, we have a negative g over h. That's 1 negative, so it's going to be negative. Here we have 3. Whenever you have an odd number of negatives, it makes it negative. So A will also be negative. Here we have 2 negatives, which makes a positive. So B does not work, it's just A. And here we have no negatives, it's positive. 2 negatives makes a positive, so A works. 2 negatives makes a positive, so B works. Both of those work. All right, that is all the examples for Objective 5, Part 1. Good luck on that practice. Thanks.